down. We'll get to all these other goodies later. So looking at channel 2. This is the selector tells you selects what's on the screen.
Okay.
You see that? So this is channel 1, tells me all what's going on with channel 1. This is channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, channel 5, etc. So that's the selector.
Okay.
Okay, and you can also select, this here is the main outputs. So you can select that as well, but this is for that. Next one is called solo. That's kind of, if you have your headphones in here, that allows you to isolate that channel by itself. And then you can also solo 3 things or as many as you want if you want to. So that's this one. This one is super important. It's the on-off button. So meaning that if I do this, nothing's happening until I
turn it on.
The super duper important one is actually this one right here.
This is the master on. So
yes, because people shouldn't normally turn this off, but sometimes they do. I think in the Mandarin congregation they do that during the prayer meeting. And so what happens is this is off. Everyone's trying to mix it, and it sounds horrible. At least to me, it sounds horrible because there's no sound coming out of the main speakers. Mm-hmm. All the sound is actually coming out of the monitors.
Okay, so this isn't controlling the monitor.
That is not controlling the monitor. It just controls the main house speakers. Okay. And so you're like, why does it sound so muffled and ugly and gross? Well, it's because no one turned on the main speakers. And so that's why this is super duper important. Okay. So make sure that guy is on. Okay. This is the main one that goes on and off. Mm-hmm. Usually we keep it at around 10 or above. Okay. So you just keep it at 10 or above, and I think we're good there. And then obviously the rest is this is how you adjust the individual channels, mm-hmm. right? So that's that.
We have iPod is computer or?
Yeah,
or
we need to change the name. Okay. iPod is actually the computer. Okay. And then this one, 15 and 16, is actually the aux cable.
Okay.
It is somewhere over here. So where we go? This one took it. There was an aux cable at one point.
And then we don't have the headphones here either.
Yeah, some don't have the headphones either. Where in the world did they go?
Unless they're by the drums. I don't know.
Oh, that's rude. Okay, well, we used to have one. I don't know where it went.
So this is the phone jack. So which one's the aux, or where's the aux?
Someone took it.
But it's supposed to be connected to the back, or?
It's supposed to be connected to 15 and 16, and there's a little aux plug.
It's a straight aux plug, or does it need a
8-inch plug that plugs into your phone, or whatever device. So someone took it. No, that's not it. That's for something else. But it'd be something similar to this side, and then this side would be the 1/8-inch, the headphone jack. Anyway, I'll find that. I don't know who took that. So yeah, this is actually the computer. Okay. That one's the computer. Okay. Good? Mm-hmm. Pretty easy. All right. Let's look at the next one. The other tricky one is right here. The auxes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Basically our monitors. Mm-hmm. Okay. Aux 1 controls, make sure I get this right, controls the front middle, and the one that's connected over on the left next to the base.
Okay, so the far left one.
Yes.
Far left, and then the front right next to that stand.
Correct.
Where the speaker stand. Okay.
Basically, aux 2 is the keyboard.
Okay, aux 2 is keyboard.
Yes. The even better way to figure it out is this. When you go on stage, you're going to see the different outputs. The odd numbers go to aux 1. The even numbers go to aux 2. Okay. So there's like 1, 3, 5, 7. So you can actually move the speakers around. Okay. So 1, 3, 5, and 7 are going to be aux 1. And then 2, 4, 6, and 8 are going to be aux 2. So that's basically how it works. And just as another side note, never put more than 2 speakers on one aux. Okay. So as cool as that would be to have all the speakers, let's say on aux 1, that's not good because that means we will blow up our amp because it's not designed to have that much power through the 3 speakers. I think it'll live, but it'll reduce its life, and if we're playing stuff really loudly, it might trip a breaker. Yeah. In the amp itself.
So we have 4 monitors.
3.
Oh, that corner one's not.
That's not a monitor.
Okay, so just the one right in front of the bass. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The ones that are facing
towards the people.
The back wall. Those are the monitors. We have three of them currently. Okay. So 1 and 2, right, and then to adjust it, There's multiple ways to adjust it, but the main way that we adjust it is, you see this button here? This is another fancy button.
The fader and aux.
Fader. So right now, when it's on fader mode, it's controlling the house speakers. If I click aux, hit this button,
Okay.
now all this is controlling the output for monitor 1.
Okay.
Right. Now, if I want to say, hey, Joseph needs more of the pastor in his monitor for whatever odd reason, go to 2. I'm going to turn up the pastor in aux 2.
Okay.
Aux 1, everyone else is 0. Aux 2, he's got this one and he's got all these other goodies going on.
Okay.
Once you're done with that, you got to remember to go back
To fader.
to fader. Because what happens is people will start trying to adjust the sound. Oh, we need more bass, so I'm going to kick at the bass. I think we need more kick drum. Hey, how come it's not working? Well, it's because
You're only putting in the monitor.
you're only putting in the monitor, exactly, and you're not doing anything in the mains.
Okay.
So you can hear it because it'll be just very echoey and muffled. Like, it doesn't sound right back here. And it's because they've been mixing, some of the students mix it with only in the aux mode.
Okay.
So that's aux 1. That's how you go back and forth between the two.
Okay. So you don't have to press any of the ones for display.
This one is just, this doesn't do anything.
Okay.
I mean, it's for display only, so I wouldn't worry about that.
So just keep it on aux.
You can keep it on aux, yeah. I think what this does actually is, yeah, that's what it does. Okay, so
Oh, okay. It lets you control how much extra
this one allows you to control these little knobs. So right now, when it's on pan, if I rotate this one, it'll pan the sound to the left.
Yeah,
pan
so
to the
it'll
right.
kind of control how
Yes.
how far it goes. And,
Or if you have aux, then and you select aux 1, then that allows me to turn up and turn down aux 1.
oh, okay.
So it's a different way of doing it.
Okay.
Either doing it this way, and you go up and down, or I can do this. See, ooh, looks magic.
Okay.
So that's what the aux does.
So does this rotate? Okay, but it doesn't actually physically rotate this, but this will move this. Okay.
Yeah, this will move that, correct.
It'll physically rotate it,
Yeah,
but
'cause this is a infinite
knob.
rotary knob. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do that way. Either way. So that's what this does, and we rarely ever use these guys.
Okay.
Usually we just go to aux mode and adjust it. So that's aux 1, aux 2, aux 3. This is a special one. We actually have a headphone amplifier on stage for the drummer.
Okay.
So if the drummer, because he's in that cage, he really can't hear him too much.
So you need to put it on so
If
he
you
hears
bring the
everything
headphones,
else.
so then aux 3 is designed for that. So you can now adjust for the drummer to be able to
hear everything. Okay.
certain things. So that's aux 3.
So we have a headphone jack back there?
There's
or-
a little headphone amplifier. It looks
Okay.
like this,
Okay.
similar to this.
Okay.
And then you can adjust it as needed. So that's aux 3. Aux 4 is actually reverb.
Okay.
So if you want to add, right now we have number 2 having reverb. So if you want to add reverb, and you don't need a whole lot. Like right here is already a lot. You'll hear it going on in the
Okay.
person's voice. And it's good for worship. It's really annoying if you're trying to talk.
Yeah, because you always turn off. So we don't have like a reverb on and off button. It's
No.
just this and then switch them all back down.
There is, but it's just you have to go to master, aux 4, turn it off,
Okay,
and
yeah.
then turn it back on, then back to channel.
Okay.
So
So this way it's easier. Just go straight to aux 4 and then
then
turn all the
turn everyone
reverbs
else
down.
down, yeah.
Okay.
that's aux 4. 5, 6, 7 we're not using. 8 is a special one. 8 is the subwoofer.
Okay.
That's where all
back
the
corner.
low end bass comes in. So if you hit 8, I'm gonna go here, you can see that it's the bass guitar
And the kick.
and the kick.
Okay. And then we normally don't really touch that.
Sure. Some people do. Ian likes to play around with it.
Okay.
And so when it gets like super, super bassy, you just look back and Ian's like, has it all cranked up, like, oh, a little bit too much. I mean, I like it nice and loud, but sometimes it can be too excessive. So,
Okay.
But this is where you adjust it. And normally we don't have sub for
anything else, yeah.
because my voice doesn't go that low. Guitar shouldn't be going that low.
Mm-hmm.
Only usually for the kick and for the bass
Okay.
guitar where you actually feel it.
Okay.
And so those are the main buttons.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Moving to this screen. This